Hey friends, it's Renee Bradshaw. I'm using the Everyday Witches Tarot to do a 9-card The Week Ahead spread today. And I've got my Marauders map scarf out, just feeling very Harry Potter today. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the deck and lay out the cards. Don't mind the kids' stuff in the background. I'm trying to fit all this on my camera. So I'm moving like the opposite way. There we go. See everybody now. Okay, we're going to start with this first card here, which is how you're going to feel going into this week. So you have the Queen of Pentacles. She's sitting here. Just throw that at you. Take it! So, I get so confused using this camera. You have the Queen of Pentacles, and she's sitting here, and she's sitting on abundance. Now, abundance comes in many forms. So there's, going into this week, you're going to feel, this card is the Pentacles, also known as coins sometimes, but I don't feel like that is the abundance that you're feeling right now. I feel more like the abundance that you're feeling right now is in the form of friends or family. You've got a mother cat down here and her kittens. Perhaps you'll have a close weekend with your own immediate family, and you're going to go into this week feeling very blessed to have them in your life. So you just remember that abundance comes in many forms, and it's not always a chest of gold. Sometimes it is family and friends and just laughter. So then we're going to go into Monday's card, which is the Two of Pentacles. Again, another Pentacles card. Let's get you over. But this is all about balance. Monday, you're going to go into Monday feeling like you've got everything balanced, everything's going right. You're on a, what do you call this thing? A teeter-totter. You're on a teeter-totter, and you feel like you've got everything under control. You're figuring things out. You're going into your week with a clear view of what you want to do, what you want to accomplish this week. However, don't set your plans too much in stone, because this cat is getting ready to hop onto one side of the teeter-totter and kind of throw everything out of balance, out of whack. And it doesn't necessarily mean it will happen, but there always is the threat of that happening. So make your plans, get everything set for the week, feel your balance, everything going all right for you. But just know that if something happens, like this cat, it's not the end of the world. And I kind of think it's funny that we were talking about the cat here going into the week, and we're talking about family down here, a mother cat and her kittens. And then here we have the cat getting ready to throw something out of whack. I wouldn't be surprised if it's someone within your immediate family. Maybe one of your kids, doesn't want to go to school, or, you have a relative kind of need you to spend time doing something that's gonna, or, your kids all of a sudden have a big project, or, something's going to happen, I feel like, coming from your family that's going to threaten kind of the plans and the balance you have figured out for the week so far. But then we're going to move into Tuesday, and you have the Lovers card. And again, we've got, a lot of these cards in this deck have cats in them, but I feel like the ones coming up in the spread this week really have extra meaning here. Oh, gosh darn it. I can't ever get this glare nonsense under control. But let me shut my curtain real quick. Sorry about that. And knowing myself, I probably just fast forwarded or skipped or something when I edited, so you didn't have to see like the 5 minutes I spent messing with the lights trying to get glare to go off of here. But so going into Tuesday, we have the Lovers card, and again we have the cats down here. There's a lot of cats within the deck. but I feel like the ones that are coming up for you right now are very symbolic. A lot of family things. And right here I see probably you and either a significant other or a close friend or another close relative. You have a special bond on this day. And I really feel like this is probably something with you and your husband this coming Tuesday. There's going to be a special moments between you. Some things that you guys have been trying to figure out are going to kind of start clicking into place. And these are probably I feel like these are your children down below. Like everything's kind of clicking into place on Tuesday. Now, don't forget, even though everything's kind of clicking into place, we still have this cat threatening to throw everything out of whack this week. But I feel like Tuesday is kind of going to be like a good day for everything to just kind of click into place. And we're going to go to Wednesday. And again, I'm seeing a lot with your family this week. I feel like this is a very family-oriented week. Like you guys are spending a lot of time together, possibly spending a lot of time at home together. You and your significant other, relaxing and enjoying a glass of whatever your preferred beverage is, and your children perhaps playing nicely down here, perhaps sharing, but I do like, these are the two most, I'd say, romantic cards in the deck, and they came up side by side. And I really feel like this is just a week that is really shaping up to be about you and your family. So I kind of see Tuesday and Wednesday kind of going by without any major problems, and probably going to, in fact, be very nice days with you and your family. You and your husband having some great connections on those days. Maybe you guys will share some jokes, enjoy some watching TV together, stuff that you haven't seen before, stuff that makes you feel romantic towards each other. Things that you guys have been worrying about are kind of really just clinking into place, and everything is feeling really great. And you're just feeling you're going into this part of the week feeling really blessed and really happy with your family, and you're just feeling really lucky to have them in your life. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to move into Thursday. And then Thursday is kind of like the first card I see this week that's more about you and less about how you're doing with your family. And here I see that there's going to just be this big burst of creativity, inspiration. If you're working on any new projects or learning a new skill, starting a new adventure, I feel like there's going to be a big burst of inspiration this day. Maybe you do a lot of research for a big change coming up in life, or maybe you start a new craft project, or a new project around the house, anything, but you're going to feel like a big burst this day. Like you're going to feel creative, and like you can get it all together. You have the cat back here. Where's the camera? Here's the cat right here. And so I kind of see the cat has kind of been coming up as your family, as your children, and I feel like they're kind of not that they turn their back on you that day, or that you turn your back on them or leave them or anything, but I feel like they're going to kind of step back a little bit and let you run with something. Perhaps you have a burst of creativity and they're watching you and they're encouraging you, but I feel like they're going to be off to the side while the creativity and the burst really is coming from you. When I had to get up and move the lights, mess with the lights, I feel like I shifted all my cards all out of whack here. So everybody's still in their right place. It's just it got a little messy. Okay, so we're going to move into Friday. Okay, and Friday we have the Fool. And so I feel like whatever you were working on Thursday, whatever burst of creativity you had, Friday you're going to get you're going to feel like you had an extreme break in it, like you're just stepping off on this new adventure, this new excitement. You're going to want to share this excitement with others. I do see the cat here. I do see that they're along for the ride, basically, is what's going on. They're clinging on to you along for the ride. This is definitely your ride, your your burst of creativity. But whatever happened on Thursday, whatever happened Thursday, that is your burst of creativity. It's just going to bring you so much joy and excitement on Friday, and you're going to want to just share that with the world and leap off and go running into whatever this new journey is, and that's a great thing. The Fool is a really fun card. You call it the Fool because it's, the beginning of a journey. You're learning things. You don't know everything about whatever you're stepping off to do yet, but that excitement and that passion is there. And I really see that for you on Friday. Saturday. So Saturday is going to come up the King of Pentacles, which is interesting because you go into this week feeling like the Queen, feeling this kind of excitement and joy and happiness with your family and the abundance of that. Saturday, I feel like you're going to focus more on success, as in financial success, and that's going to be weighing on your mind suddenly more than it has the rest of the week. Perhaps this is something that you've been dealing with, and it kind of fell to the wayside this week because you had not only this joy with your family, but then you also have this burst of creativity and excitement to start your journey on whatever you're working on. And when this card comes up, perhaps you're going to find out that you have to spend money to do something that this creative energy was taking you towards, or perhaps an unexpected bill will come up, or you're just balancing your finances and thinking about how much success for you is rooted into financial stability and financial abundance. And it's just a reminder that not everything. So perhaps you started this week feeling abundant and happy with your family, but then Saturday again you're going to be like, oh, I wish we had more money, I wish we could do this or do that, or go here, go there. And I think it's just a round back around for the week to say, remember, not everything is about money. Some things are just about your family and happiness. There's no cats in this photo, which makes me think that you're feeling alone, even though you're kind of surrounded by these other animals. So I feel like this Saturday you're going to feel like you're surrounded by friends or family or other people, and you're just going to feel alone because your cats aren't there, the cats that have been representing your family throughout. But, focus on this chocolate cake. Focus on the joy and the happiness that you do have in your life, and not what you don't have. I think is what that card is telling us about. And then Sunday, I think it's going to come right back around again. You're not going to be worried about success and finances on Sunday. More, you're just going to be working on a craft that you've already kind of perfected. You're going to be learning new skills and just sharpening the skills that you do have. I see this, let's see, there's been a lot of pentacles and a few cups in this deck. And so I just see this as a week that you're really focused on abundance and success. And that can come from sharpening a skill you have. So maybe you're going back to whatever this new adventure is that you're going on, and you're going to be, instead of blindly going down this road with excitement on Sunday, you're going to kind of focus more on sharpening those skills, maybe studying and learning. I feel like the King the day before, it was kind of like your slump, kind of like you went down and you were kind of depressed, and then the next day or something happens that night when you accept your abundance in life and you move on that next day, and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to push forward, and I know I can be successful if only I just become a skilled in my profession, or the hobby that I'm working on, or whatever else that you have your burst of creativity in. I feel like you're going to realize that day, I just need to focus. And that's what you're going to spend a lot of that day on, is focusing. And so this last card here is kind of like how we end the week. and kind of the feeling of how you're ending the week. And this is the Two of Swords. It's your first swords that's come up this reading, which I think is super interesting because this card is all about making choices. Right here, she's blindly throwing darts, or excuse me, swords at the dartboard, and she has more of the knowledge. And if she were to take the blindfold off, she would have more of the knowledge. So I think that's interesting because you're going into this these moments here of creativity and starting a new journey, and you kind of have this day where you're like, ugh, and then you go and you're like, that's it. I can sit and I can wallow and I can be like, I'm not a millionaire, and that sucks. Or I can work really hard and become a master in this situation. And because of that, I think this part of the week was just like, you know what you have to do, you know how to move forward, you know how to run with this burst of creativity, but you had the blindfold on. And because of that, you're just feeling kind of trapped and kind of confused, and you don't really know where to aim or where to go. But I think once you take that blindfold off, it's going to be a great, obviously you're good at aiming, but I don't think you had your blindfold on then. So you say take it off and then kind of run with it. So what I'm seeing here this week is it's just, it's a very important week for your family and for whatever this project is going to be that you're working on, or you're getting ready to work on. The Lover's card, it's major arcana, so I think that right there is pretty much the universe saying, hey, listen up. This one and the Fool were both your majors for this week, and they're both telling you, hey, listen up. So I think because of that, it's going to be just something amazing with your family this week, the love, something big, maybe some big news for you guys. And then the Fool, you're going to be stepping off on this great adventure. And yeah, we always kind of have like a moment when we fall off the cliff and we're like, oh crap, what did I do? I'm not ready for this. But I think you're going to move past it the next day. But I think whatever's going to happen this week, it's just going to be a big breakthrough, not only for your family, but also for whatever this project is that you've got going on or about to work on. And I think you just need to remember as the week goes on just to keep your eye on the prize and not to cover yourself in self-doubt. And all will be well. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I am sorry I had the lighting issues. I really need to figure that out. I keep getting glare in this room, but this is my office, so it's the room I have to do this in. But I will figure that out as time goes on. But I think it's going to be a really good week for you. And yeah, I'm excited for you. But this has been Renee Bradshaw, and if you're interested in getting a reading of your own, just go ahead and in the link in the comments below, you'll see a link to my Etsy shop where you can get your own reading, or you can just go to Etsy and search Witchy Renee Bradshaw, all one word. But I hope you guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you later. Oh, well, that's interesting. I just got up and flipped on the lights, and then they flipped back off, which is kind of odd, don't you think?